What's up, you guys? This is a fresh start for me, a fresh new channel, different topic. You know it. I am Aqua Pineapple, as you know it. Sub to Aqua Pineapple. I'm also Glowing Apples as well, which is a Marvel Legends content channel. I've done only one video on there, so I should put more work into that. But anyways, speaking of which, this channel is now called the Fresh Glass Box, or maybe just Fresh Glass Box. And this channel is just going to be talking about fish-related topics on how to house them, whether it's freshwater or saltwater, what to do and what not to do, and what to buy and what not to buy. Things of that sort, just all content related to how to house fish and kind of histories on behind certain species of fish, and kind of just my personal opinions and certain videos that I'll be but recording during my process of putting fish into a new tank and just starting it up. This is it. I'm just going to show you my fish and tell you how it's been, and so enjoy. So here we are, my 36-gallon tank full of freshwater fish, and I'm going to start with the decorations, the equipment, and then the fish. So I have lots of fake decorations, and I have a bamboo and a piece of fern in my rock as considered being the live plant. In terms of equipment, I have 150 watt heater going really well for my tank. It's really meant for a tank that's around 40 gallons or maybe more, but maybe less. I'm not entirely sure. And then I have a Aquarium Quiet Flow 30 as my filter, to make sure that the water stays clean and giving aeration or oxygen for my fish. And of course, just in case if anything goes wrong in terms of my filter, I have myself an air pump for two reasons. One being for aesthetics purposes, and the other being, of course, for air. I want to make sure everyone gets enough air and that they're happily living in this tank without any sort of problems and they're not suffocating. So for fish, I have angelfish, silver dollars, platies, swordtails, cherry barbs, brilliant rasboras, coolie loaches, and possibly other rasbora barbs or any sort of other barb. And of course, everyone here is pretty much thriving. Everyone's moving around just fine. It's really fun to look at this tank, and I spent like maybe an hour to maybe two to just stare at them and just admire how they are and the way they're moving. So for anyone who's new to the hobby or anyone interested in the hobby, please consider that the amount of fish I have right here is actually pretty overstocked. There's way too many of them, and just because they look like this, they're not going to always look like this in the meantime. And of course, you want to consider the amount of fish per how many gallons you have. So you're limited to how many fish you have for either a 5 to a 10 gallon. If you have a 20 as a good start, either if it's a 20 long or a 20 high, I recommend 20 longs just for making life easier for everybody. You want to make sure that everyone gets enough filtration, space, and you just got to be smart about it. You got to work with your budget too, of course, if you're not so you're not overspending, neither you're underspending the appropriate equipment for your tank. So of course, these guys are going to get a lot bigger, and by the choices I've made for my fish, being the angelfish being one of the semi-aggressive fish in the tank, aside from some of the rasboras that are quite picky on other fish, you want to consider the possibility of that being a risk. And if you're willing to take that risk, then great, you are fully committed. You got to do your studying on these fish. It's really great to study on these fish, so that way you're fully understanding on how they live and who they can live with and their kind of diet, and making sure that they are happy and thriving. So yes, guys, this is my 36-gallon tank full of fish. I am possibly going to remove some of these fish eventually when they get bigger into other tanks. But for now, these guys are doing really great in this tank. I can tell that they're really happy. They're really excited when I feed them, of course. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you like what I have, and of course subscribe to the channel if you want me, or if you want to be notified for every video that I post, knowing that this is my first. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for watching this video, and subscribe. Thank you.